what are you leaving behind? What are the feelings that you're leaving behind after you talk to people who you interact with? The things, even the things that you interact with, and the animals, the places that you leave, because your energy makes a difference. How are you impacting the people in your life right now? I almost guarantee you, if you are suffering from social anxiety, that you're not looking at the bigger picture of questioning how you can positively impact those around you because you're focused on being safe. Hello. Thank you so much for coming. If you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. Comment below your thoughts on this video, and let's get into it. These concepts are ones that I cannot articulate that well, so I'm going to do my best. But lately, I've been recently having these flashes of realizations just how short our life is, and as well as how eternal the present moment is. Paradoxically, it's eternal, but also like a fruit fly, our lives. And it's so crazy because it's like I've been able to see that each person has a different memory and perception of me, and all of it is an illusion. And I know we talk about that, like you hear that all the time. Time is an illusion, perceptions are an illusion, your identity, who you see yourself, is different than how your parents, your partner, your friends all see you. Different memories, different perceptions. Sometimes you're the good guy, sometimes you're the bad guy in people's stories. And basically, this has been coming to me not in that verbal way of what I just expressed, but it's like it hits me in a way that is comprehensible. It's like I get it. I really get it for a moment. But of course, that doesn't last. I'm not walking through my life constantly feeling that way. And this has been going on for a while now. This isn't like something new, and it's happened years and years ago to me before, but just, yeah, based upon where I'm at life and the books I've been reading and stuff, sometimes it's more intense than others and more frequent and more clear. So I want to get into the message for today as giving inspiration, not to be confused with a sense of urgency or fear to do something with your life, because then you are going to be making actions and decisions based from a state of fear, which will not be authentic. When making decisions from a place of authenticity, you cannot be under a state of feeling rushed. And so that is why I want to make it clear that you thinking of your life as, oh my God, I don't have enough time, that let me just like forcefully do all the things that I think I want to do, that's not going to be conducive to you living your best life most authentically. I don't want you to continue going down a road, if you are going down a road of not being authentic and true to yourself, appreciating each day, each moment, and seeing it for this gift of life that is such a miracle. We are all going to one day no longer be here in this body. This life that we are experiencing is one day going to be dust in the wind. It is dust in the wind, yet at the same time, it is important. will make a difference in the universe. So, whether you believe in reincarnation or going straight to heaven or no afterlife, whatever your religious beliefs might be, put them aside for now and just consider that there is a reason that you're here, and you, just like the butterfly effect, the choices you make, the things you spend doing with your time, the little time that you have, the choices you make with the little time that you have is going to make a difference somehow, somewhere. And the most important way that you make a difference is by being true to yourself and being authentic. Because, and this is such a cliche, but life is trying to paint you. So if you are resisting the flow of the brush as it's being done by overthinking and trying to do what you should do in the moment or what you think is right, and not listening to your heart and intuition, which is going to be what guides that paintbrush, that unfolding, then time is being wasted. And each day is so precious. This is not to say you can't have days of rest and relaxing, because those are also important so that you can be the best version of yourself. But this is to say this is a wake-up call that things are moving forward, and I beg of you, I urge you, you don't need to take this advice if you don't want to. Time is moving, and eventually you will not be here anymore. And when that time comes, what is it that you want to look back on, if you could look back, and be happy about? Is there things in your life right now that you wish you were doing differently, that you had done differently? Is there a part of yourself that you're hiding from your loved ones or yourself? Is there a part of yourself that is being suppressed and not felt? Because we are here to love ourselves and one another. And so if we are suppressing parts of ourselves, we're not fully loving them. And that might fill us with some regret when the time comes of us no longer being here. I say this to really consider, who are you? Why are you here? What is the difference that you want to leave on this planet when you do? How would you want to have impacted the people, the loved ones in your life, or even the strangers? What type of an impact do you want to make? The type of impact that you want to make on others is going to be a great indication towards your authentic self and path. So consider that and think about it for a while. What is the type of impact that you want to leave? Because being the most rich, being successful and wealthy, that's all dandy. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but is it necessarily the closest thing to being you and your soul? Who are you really? The money you make, you're not going to take with you. The people that find you attractive physically are not going to be, are they going to be impacted in a way that is helpful for other generations and our children's and our children's children's? I'm talking, I don't have kids, but from a generational standpoint, what is the impact that you feel is true for your soul? For some of you, it might pop into your head right away, and for others, you might need to journal, sleep on it, but ask yourself this question and look at, how are you impacting the people in your life right now? I almost guarantee you, if you are suffering from social anxiety, that you're not looking at the bigger picture of questioning how you can positively impact those around you, because you're focused on being safe. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not reprimanding you, or, I'm not condemning you for that, but it's a natural response. But it is a thinking about oneself, feeling safe versus serving the all, serving each other, serving a bigger purpose. What is the service? How can you serve people? How can you positively make a difference with the time that you have? When you leave, what is the print that you want to leave behind? Because I'm not saying that you shouldn't try to make money or be beautiful, have fun with this experience while you're here. Explore, be creative, do things that seem nonsensical and time wasters and stupid if you feel creative towards them. Reading books, journaling, drawing, silly little hobbies that maybe seem to make no difference, but they bring you joy. That is a positive impact, because that vibration is going out, and that is impacting us all in a positive way. So don't think that what I'm saying is that your job here is to only work. That's not what I'm saying at all. Connect to your inner child. Feel your feelings that are suppressed. Give love. And when you have a relationship with anything, give it love, whether that is a physical item or a person or an experience. Because when you're giving love, more love is going to come back to you, and you will be positively impacting. So do it in a way that's authentic to you, because you are so special and you make such a wonderful difference by just being you, your unique vibe. All of us have the ability to love, but the way we love, the feelings, that unique combination of chakras and love energy is going to create a different, beautiful frequency to harmonize and come together with this planet and create a rainbow, or whatever you want to call it. So realize how special you are, and that you can make such a beautiful difference by being true to your authentic vibe. And so this does mean saying no to things that are not in alignment with you, and yes to things that are in alignment with you. And your soul knows this. Intuition is clear. Anxiety is unclear. It's confusing, but intuition, it's going to feel clear, and you are going to know without a doubt what is for you. So if it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no, as I'm sure you've heard many times before. But we got to really drill this in and implement it, not just listen and say, yeah, I know, I get it, I understand. There's so many people I talk to in my life, and they're like, yeah, I've heard it, I know that, I do it. But then you look and you're like, but you're not doing it. You're just saying that you get it. But if you really got it, then you would be doing it. I'm talking to myself there too. And that's just the way we are. We think we understand, and I guess on a level we do, but to truly fully understand, it would be undoubtable. And in our life experience, we would be taking steps and actions that reflect that knowledge, that deep inner knowing, So I say that to say, if you are confused about who are you and what are you supposed to do here, well, here's a few tricks, signs to show you in the right direction. As I said, what is bringing you joy? Not satisfaction of, I feel good, like my ego feels good by buying this fancy car because I feel like I'm impressing others and therefore feel safer in my social environment because they like me and are impressed by me and I feel like I'm on top in a way. So that is validating my ego. That's not true joy. True joy is going to feel like, I don't know why I feel the urge to do this little thing, move this piece of furniture in this direction, or buy this car that it just feels right for me, like sitting in it. I don't know. It just feels like it's me. Whether you're buying something and I made a video about this, how to feel the essence of things, and that goes with buying items. So watch that if you're interested to hear more about what I mean by this. But to see that when you do an action, this feeling of peace, peaceful joy, and love is arising within you, then you know that that action is right for you. And it might be really subtle at first, especially if you don't connect with your body frequently. So I urge you to also help point you in the right direction to breathe, connect more to your breath, connect more to your body, tap into yourself, and feel all suppressed emotions, because then you're going to get a more clear idea on who you are, because you're going to see who you are not and what love feels like. The more you feel safe to connect with yourself, and then you're going to be more understanding of what that little bit of love even feels like. I'm just randomly going to play the piano for a moment here. I have to make dinner, but I'm going to play for 5 minutes. Okay, time waster, or it rejuvenates the soul and creates good vibrations for all around. I'm trying to think of another example. It might seem pointless that you're doing, like, you know what? I'm just going to sit down, close my eyes, and stare up at the sunlight for a minute. And yeah, I'm just going to do that because it feels right in that moment. That's an example of following your joy, following your path, being authentic. And then the impact you make on this planet will be more in alignment with who you are. And when you do eventually leave here, it's going to be like more of that. There's going to be less regret. It's going to feel more like you did your best by being the closest authenticity to yourself, because it doesn't matter societally, like if you go to college, you get the right job, you get the right family, and you provide for your family, you do the whole shebang. That's great. But while you're doing all of that, what are you leaving behind? What are the feelings that you're leaving behind after you talk to people, who you interact with, even the things that you interact with, and the animals, the places that you leave, because your energy makes a difference versus all of that money and stress that you put into a specific job or something like that. I'm not saying like don't do that, but do that while feeling peaceful, because every moment is important and each moment can be eternal if you connect to the stillness within yourself. So consider that as you are doing actions that are, necessary to make money and feed yourself and your family, but also consider once you are gone, when you look back, are you going to feel like you were true to yourself? Are you going to feel like that was what you were supposed to do? every time you are wasting your time thinking about what other people think about you, concerning yourself with the opinions of others, which are perceptions that you yourself could never truly understand, anyways, just like they could never truly understand you, who you are, your experience, because it's yours, it's not theirs. Every time you are doing this, you are stepping away from being your authentic self. You are moving away from your life's purpose. And I'm here to just say that you don't have, in this body, you don't have forever. Do something with this body, this instrument, this vehicle on this magical earth. And every day, every moment is an opportunity to give love and step closer to who you are and make an impact in some way, whether it's just through your energy and you're not even interacting with anybody, but your interaction with energy around you is making a difference. The words you speak to yourself in your head and out loud, and the words you speak to others. Instead of concerning yourself with what are they perceiving me as, think of how can I help? How can I help? Well, maybe it's by perceiving them with love and with seeing them the best in them and seeing their true potential, looking at their soul beneath their eyes and not just their physical vehicle and what they've done and what they're saying and the things they have. Okay, that's all wonderful, but again, this is physical stuff and we're not going to be taking it with us. So energetically, how can we make an impact that is everlasting? I forgot to mention one last thing, which is you know that you're on the right path, authentic to yourself. If you are finding yourself being silly more and more, laughing more and more, just feeling that creative energy of playfulness, silliness, and creativity, imagination. So I just wanted to add that as another indicator to know that you are being authentic to yourself when you're in that state. So that'll help point you towards that path. Bye. When your body is feeling anxiety and stress, it's talking to you. It's trying to say, hey, please listen. I just have some unfelt feelings right now. Please just sit for a second and breathe them in, or however long it takes. And every time we ignore that, we're abandoning ourselves and ignoring this opportunity to become authentic, to become our true selves. So stop ignoring yourself, stop abandoning yourself. So to sum up, I'll do my best off the top of my head. Follow your joy, not your ego's satisfaction or trauma healing, such as it feels so good to hurt this person because I've been hurt in the past, and so hurting this person feels good. Whether you realize it or not, that's not following your joy. Follow your joy by following your soul's peace and the love within yourself. Doing things that in the moment make sense, they just feel right. Your intuition will always be clear. Anxiety will be confusing. Consider why you're here, what is the impact, your unique vibe that you are bringing, and how can you help, how can you serve the whole all? Because once you're gone, this little person, this identity that you have created will be no more. And will it have really mattered, or what will be really the matter is the positive energetic impact that you make. And you know that you are not being authentic to yourself anytime that you are feeling stress and anxiety. In that moment, you are abandoning yourself, parts of yourself that need to be felt. And anytime that you are concerning yourself amusing yourself with the perceptions of others, then you know you're on the wrong path, and that's okay. Just use it as a reminder that it is my choice to not join the rat race. The rat race is not serving the whole. It is hurting our Mother Earth. It is hurting each other, and it is focusing on physical things rather than energies. It is focusing on more and more and more physical things that we're not going to take with us. So why? Why would we do that? Let's really ask ourselves these questions and consider what makes sense for us. What makes sense truly. And that would be to love one another and to serve one another. I'm not saying to not be in your fancy home and take time for yourself and serve yourself as well. I think you know what I'm trying to say. I'm going to stop repeating myself, but I say it to really drill it in. And I hope that helps hone it in, I guess, or really like clicks. Because I know for me, a lot of times when I'm listening, when things like in the past teachers would repeat things, then I would really understand it versus just hearing it one time. So that is why I do repeat myself a lot, to really drill things in and hopefully get it to click. And if that's annoying, I apologize. Honestly, I will try to work on that. I also just get super excited. So yeah, I hope that this video is helpful. This is your reminder. This is your chance. There is no moment like the present moment. You can find eternity through inner stillness. The moment is now. The power is in you. You have the choice every moment to make with what you want with that current opportunity at hand. I bid you farewell. I feel like I should say that while wearing this outfit. I bid thee farewell. Please subscribe, leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Maybe you have some things to add on. Maybe you have some things you disagree with. Let me know. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. Who are you? When you leave, what is the impact that you want to have had made? Because one day you're not going to have the choice any longer. So do what with you will with the choice that is in front of you, that is this moment, now. All right, I love you so much. Have an amazing day.